It's been a hot minute since we did any summon video, so we're going to bring that back with our latest festival unit. It is a Ragnarok festival. It's been a little bit. Who was the last one? Hell? Maybe? I think? Is she the only one? I can't remember. Ragnarok. Thor, the god of thunder. Okay, we have basically Lady Thor, or the Mighty Thor, if you will. Take a look at her banner. It seems to be that every festival this year, and probably moving forward, is going to be base UR, so that's fun and exciting for everybody that has tons of mats. We got Queen Liz, Hell, Lightbon, LR Margaret, Kusa, King, and then a bunch of nonsense. Though there is the Blue Scotty, which is pretty big for some people, and Red Truth Seeker Merlin, Tyr, Red Freya, all the Demon Beast units pretty much, because it is Ragnarok. That's pretty much what most of the units are sort of built around. So we're going to break the ice with this free multi here. This is the, I don't know, free banner. Ooh, we already got something. I'm going to skip it. Don't want to watch it. You are Luda. Okay, everything's base UR, I guess. I hated that. So, we're going to move on to the actual banner now. So, Thor, as far as I can tell, is kind of goated. Throated and goated, if you will. It seems to me that she has a pretty prominent team right now, right? And that's obviously unknowns. I think there's a couple variants to it. Mostly, we're doing... Well, both variants, rather, are going to have Nanashi in the back. Who would have thought? I need to get rid of that prompt. And Sabnak. The last UR festival that we just had. Ooh, Escanor. Okay. So it seems like those two like to be with each other, like sisters. That's great. A flexible slot seems to be Hell. Some people are running Blue Merlin that we just had, which banner I think just went away, or I think some people are also saying it got extended. I did not double check that. We got Lost Vein also. Let's see what this ends up being here. I think it's been a sick minute since the last Escanor animation. So hopefully this is a good sign, right? Give me something. Oh, it's Daddy Escanor. Big man. Okay. Final Prominence? Is that 2? Oh, right up front. Great. I don't even have to waste my time. Alright, what do we got? Oh, no fucking shot. It has been a minute. It might have been not at all this entire year that we got a festival this early. I want to say a festival early in general. Back-to-back festival at that. Lightbon and Thor. Oh my god. So the nice thing about this, right, is that is going to guarantee us the 2-6. And it seems like that is a trend that they are moving towards. Now, we used to have super broken 6-6 unit ults. Lost my, I'm going to skip it. Bryn. They would do something stupid at 6-6, right? That's basically what I'm trying to say. But now, I think Sabnak had extra passive on her ult at 2-6. Thor has the same thing at 2-6. We wanted Eska 2-6. It's becoming a newer trend, which is a lot better than the old trend. Now, a 2-6 Thor is going to give Thunder's Judgment on her ultimate. And I believe... What is that? What is Thunder's Judgment? Apply Thunder God Judgment at 2-6. Is that the damage protection? Allies damage taken minus 30%. I believe that's what that is there. I'm trying to read it off that Marbles page, but their page kind of sucks. Okay, so let's take a look at her kit real quick. I'm going to gloss over that, see what we're working with here. So her passive at the start of the battle applies Divine Lightning on the hero and decreases applicable allies max. Not max. Damage taken by 30% for 2 turns. When Divine Lightning reaches its maximum value, the effect is removed, and the hero gains a Red Truth Seeker Merlin. Not bad. We need that. Big fan. And the hero gains Thunder God's Judgment. Oh, that's where it is. Not in her passive. I thought it was on her ult. Her ult has Thunder God's... Okay, this is confusing. Hold on. Thunder God's Judgment is on the ult. Thunder God's Protection is also on the ult. Thunder God's Judgment is on ult and passive. So Thunder God's Judgment is attack-related stats plus 30%. And inflicts additional damage equal to 50% of the final damage to all enemies when using a single target attack. Oh, she does final damage. I like that. That's always a busted skill. It's all the way in the back. I don't want to wait. Kusak, another festival, kind of old school. Don't really need it. In addition, for each applicable ally participating in battle, all of the hero's stats are increased by 5% for each buff or debuff applied to applicable allies. The hero's damage dealt increased by 4%, up to 40. Wow. So, applicable allies, obviously, are unknown race in Ragnarok. So, yeah, nothing new there. Pretty much just work within your race, and you're going to get a lot of buffs. So, Lightning Shift inflicts lightning strike damage, which is double crit chance, and ignores 80% of the enemy's crit defense. Oh, that actually sounds pretty strong. All the way in the back again, Sigurd. Old school unit. Inflicts Thunderbolt damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy. That is her Thunderstorm. Her Thunderbolt is a double crit damage increase, and then ignores 100% of the enemy's crit resistance, while Thunder God's Judgment is active. We're at our first 300 mark. Red Freya. Not bad. Not needed, but not bad. Here's one thing I'm noticing, is that Thunder God's Judgment has been tied into 3 of her 4 skills / abilities, however you want to look at that. Which might make this one of the most, I'm going to say more important 2-6ers right now. Because obviously we don't have a lot, at least for this year, out of the UR festivals. Sabnok was nice, the higher you get her, because she has a Grace, or a Unity. Yeah, Thunder's God Judgment, she used to be tied into literally anything here. And then her ultimate applies Judgment 3 turns and then inflicts Thunderbolt damage, which was the double crit damage increase, and ignores crit resistance if Thunder God Judgment is active. When their HP falls to 30% or less in battle, hero gains Thunder God Protection, and that was the damage reduction. So I know there's a hidden one in here. I don't want to click around for it really. Oh, it's Red Merlin again. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of that. Okay, so I think we're just, I don't know if I mentioned it already, we're probably just going to do one roto. I think I got some outfits we need to catch up on purchasing. You know, we got some extra gems I can throw that way, so, you know, no big deal. So yeah, let's look at our teams again. Talk about that. We already brushed up on the unknown teams. Obviously that's really the only place she fits. There's not like a fully dedicated Ragnarok team. Except like Tyr, Freya, Bryn, some weak point shit or something. That's more towards Guild Wars, which is where I could see Thor also being heavily flexible. On top of that, I'm pretty sure she's the like primo unit for the new bird stage. Now that our frickin' relics are upgradable. I think she's sort of the best in slot for damage. And I mean, you can kind of see why. Her kit's really thick. It's got a lot going on. A lot of good stuff going on. I got another festival Cusack there. I think those teams obviously are mostly unknown. The nice thing about that is it kind of brings Meg back. And I know that floor is supposed to be super difficult. Speaking of Meg, here we go. So it gives her a reason to come back, which is huge because she got phased out pretty early on. I think when we started really getting into race teams, racial heavy teams, and not just put a bunch of DPS and then tech Meg into the backline, and then that is good enough. But Margaret, that's okay. We're getting a lot of festivals, which is big. Not the festivals that we need, because we only need Thor. There's another one. But still pretty decent rate. I'd say the luck is up right now, okay? Another eye flash, red text, demon mark. Boom. Oh, it's just Bryn. Just Bryn. So where does she fall, I wonder, in the in PvP? I think unknowns now are kind of top 2 team right now, right? I mean, you're looking at Sins and humans. I mean, that's mostly the meta right now. You don't really, I feel like you don't see Gil the Demons too often. Fairies, adios. Angels, been adios. It's cooked for them. The meta's starting to get a little more condensed now. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't really provoke a lot of, you know, creativity, I would say. You know, for a really healthy and flourishing meta, it's okay. Great Thonar, not bad. I think we have very few copies of her, for some reason. Not sure why. I guess in terms of PvE value, also where does Thor stand? Both of her abilities are single target damage. So when it comes to AoE auto farming, she's not really going to be in the running. When it comes to Demonic Beast, though, she's a blue. So how does that factor in here? We already have a DPS, blue DPS for Deer on a nose, which is Victoria. But she's probably better. I mean, like I said, when it comes to Beast, the double single target is going to be a much, much better. And where else would she really be used, right? Guild Wars seems pretty good. Especially, again, if you get Thunder God's Judgment. And the flexibility of being on a full Unknown team or a full Ragnarok team, which is kind of what all Ragnaroks do. You have their race tag and then their characteristic tag, so they're a little bit flexible. Ragbon, wow. That's like a year 2 unit. We're getting close to the end here. The luck might have fizzled out. We have Lost Vein. We'll watch it just because we're getting to the end. But we still guaranteed a 2-6. So, I mean, that's all I really care about. That's what matters. Don't need to, you know, go all in on Thor. She's nothing that crazy. I mean, I guess she's pretty good, but... You know, we wait. We see what the Part 2 banner is. We play it smart. You know, we get our early copies. We see what the Part 2 banner looks like. I feel like a collab is around the corner just because it's been a couple months. And I feel like they usually do one every quarter. So, one should be coming up. It's all the way in the back. Light Liz. Queen Liz. Another festival. You know, surprisingly, Thor is rated up right now. And I'm pulling festivals, but we're not pulling her. Red text, you trust it? No, nothing there. Okay, well that's fine. That's totally okay. So we get our second copy of Thor. We're going to slap that coin into her old level, and that is going to be my summons. If you guys like to drop a thumb, maybe sub if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.